Hey.
Oh, let's get
Hey.
Happy Friday.
Time for the birthday, Chip.
Hey.
Happy birthday to the hostess with the mostest.
Birthday. It's
Miss
birthday.
Jessica Marcus. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.
Birthday.
It's your birthday.
Go, Jay. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
I have no idea what dances I just did. And
I mean, I saw the Roger Rabbit mixed up in there a little bit. I think I saw the Smurf.
Yeah.
it was a lot going on.
You
And
got Roger Rabbit with your only?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
You talking to me?
Right, you know, I'm a 70s baby. I might have been a little bit of the hustle in there too. You know what I mean?
That is hilarious.
Yeah, I stay in my lane.
I'm just rolling my eyes at Brandy because we know about Brandy's dancing prowess, and yet, yet she still has commentary.
Not good.
I saw Brandy dancing over the weekend in the suite.
Yeah.
And I was like, Brandy, I love you, Brandy, but your rhythm made me off rhythm.
It's not good. If I have April,
I love you, Brandy.
It's not good. I'll admit it. I mean, I wasn't.
Brandy, you so pleasant. So I said, no, Brandy, this is not about having rhythm. This is about Brandy celebrating.
That's right.
You're so pleasant.
Brandy was truly dancing like she hadn't been out the house in a
while. Stop. Get it.
And Tunde came in like, hey.
Yeah, hey. I ain't gonna say
Tunde was leaving me. He heard you coming on, and I was trying to walk fast, and he was at least 40 feet in front of me.
Tunde said, I know who I'm married to. I'm not dealing with this.
He said, whatever. I'm out.
How do you feel?
Jody put this 23andMe DNA.
How do you feel?
It say I'm black mixed with black, Jody. The rhythm supposed to be there, but it ain't.
Yeah. Brandy dances. She danced. There were two factors, Mo. She danced like she hadn't been let out of the house in a long time.
Okay.
And she danced like she truly graduated from a PWI.
Both of those things are true. Both of those things are true.
I might take offense to that, Miles. Watch your mouth, Miles.
Brandy Jody asked you a question. She said, what does your 23andMe DNA say?
She already answered that. She read the comment too early.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I saw Basil didn't put it up yet.
Yeah.
I'm black and
Jessica, how do you feel today?
I feel great.
All right. All right.
Wow, it took a lot.
Speaking of, let's have a real toast. Toast to the birthday girl.
Toast to the birthday girl.
Yes.
One time for the birthday. Two times for the birthday.
Thank you.
Let me bring birthday.
Hey, happy birthday. Thank you.
Everybody. Melinda said I came in just in time for you.
For the toast. Yes. And we have some of that for you tonight, Belinda.
Oh, this is the pre-party. Then I'm gonna stop by Miles and get something else before I get to your house and go by the senator's house and see what he got. Brandy, what's on your shelf?
I know what I'm gonna get from Miles' house. Boy, ain't no telling. Just saying.
Well, one thing we know, if you go to Miles' house, you're gonna get some great music because he has the best and the ultimate.
Oh my gosh, he
has
the
neighbor across the street, right?
Neighbor,
hands down. Yes,
listen, I can't wait to try to sing.
Hands down.
That's all I'm saying. When I come in town, Miles, I don't want no excuses.
Thank you, Jody.
Listen, I finally had Chef Miles' cuisine. I was like, I see you, Miles. You know what I'm saying?
Roy,
on top of that cheeseburger dip.
Roy, that's the kind of. Oh, I appreciate that, Dwight. I appreciate that. Roy, that's what you get when you stay in West Cutler Bay. So you don't get that on the east side.
That's right.
Well, here's the other thing that we do know. When you stay in West Cutler Bay, you don't know what kind of salmon you're gonna get and what kind of recipe you're gonna get either.
Makita, I want you to come to town. You know, I've never actually met you.
Listen, I'm coming. When I tell you I'll be there, like, what is this? The end of February? I'm gonna be there before April. I promise you.
Hey now, come on.
She can be at Charlie Brown Airport in 20 minutes.
You can just see your husband. You can be there today.
That's it. If we could just swing by Charlie Brown
Airport. Got a castle. She got plenty of room. She got a castle, Makita. Don't let her fool you. She got a castle. Don't let her fool
me. Okay, all right.
She got a castle.
I'm surprised you got an All-Star weekend up in Cleveland.
Senator's been talking the whole time. I can't hear him.
Listen, until they told me about how much snow was going to be up there, I was like, do you really need me to be up there?
You backed out?
No. Yes.
No.
What you got? What you got for us, Ms. Markins? What you got
we can say, we can keep it going with what Makita was just talking about. Cleveland.
Yes.
Cleveland, the city where we come from, so run, you know.
Yeah. What?
Cleveland is the city where we come from, so run.
Yes. Yes.
The land.
Listen,
the land is about to be on
Let
show.
me say this. Cleveland. Don't show your behind.
Well, you know,
like we get company, y'all. Don't be out there
the land
acting crazy. I need y'all to represent.
And that's exactly what Cleveland.
Cleveland only knows how to be Cleveland, Mo. You know this.
I said we have company. We have company. Please.
The land gonna be like, what up?
We saw how Cleveland acted when LeBron left. We saw exactly how.
Yeah. You know what? There's another side though. Did you see how we reacted when he won the championship?
When they burned his jersey?
Love.
Yeah, after they burned
it. You know.
It's hard to come back from that first one.
We always set stuff on fire.
Cleveland, so we already know.
We always set stuff on fire. The river and everything else.
Yeah, good answer, Makita.
And you're bragging about this.
Hey, listen, we got to take what we get.
Yeah, I understand.
But what do y'all think about
the
NBA embracing the HBCUs? I mean, you're clapping,
you know
Senator? You like that?
I think everybody's embracing the HBCUs now. It's hot.
It is.
Well,
it's easy to embrace it when it. Here's what happens. I think the world trends, right? The problem that I have with ESPN is doing. First of all, you got it on ESPN too. Let's start there. You have it on ESPN too.
That's better than nothing, sir.
No, it isn't. It isn't, Miles. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable.
No, that's better.
No,
than
it's not.
nothing.
It's a money.
Because
first of all, Miles, it's a money grab. It's a money grab, Miles. And the world trends. When you see people in the Capitol and they're on one knee and they got kente cloths, it's the same thing. If you're gonna do it right. It's just like the classic that was down here. You had the game. But then you didn't even show the band at halftime. It's halfway done. So if you're gonna do it, go all in. That's all I'm saying.
Sir, you cannot fault white people for not understanding that black college football, the band is.
I'm not faulting nobody, Miles, but you should not agree with them either.
They didn't know that, boy.
But we can. Because all you have to do is ask the question.
No, Miles, it's not. It's just, to me, it's not an excuse. If you're gonna participate and say, hey, we're gonna put HBCUs. And we're gonna showcase this game and talent, then go all in. You put high school games on ESPN1.
They do. They definitely do. They do between.
All I'm saying is go all in if you're gonna do it.
Randy, really?
You put it on Randy, then you make people pay for it. That's not right.
Listen, I'm ready to move on from NBA and talk about blah da 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 da.
We ain't talking about that.
You can tell when somebody ain't been out much. You can tell when they ain't been out much.
Hey, Roy, we haven't even gotten into our debate good long enough. She already trying to change the subject. Me personally, I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I don't have a problem with it being on ESPN2. I think because ESPN2 is still a national. That's still a national network. It's still.
But not everybody gets ESPN2, Miles. They make people pay for that. Not everybody's gonna.
They make people pay for cable. They make people pay for cable, sir. If you got ESPN, you got ESPN2 most of the time, sir. Stop that.
That's not true. That's not true, Miles. That's not true. Not everybody has
ESPN2. Roy, what I would say is, all right, I think we can agree.
I don't care what you're saying.
Oh yeah, you do. Oh yeah, you do.
You don't have the answers, Dwight. You don't have the answers, Dwight.
We can get my mother to go out there and give some live coverage.
No, we need your uncle. We need your uncle out there spinning. We need Chucky out there doing his thing.
We might have to pay him.
Chucky needs to do a whole fashion show at halftime.
You already know he out there doing a halftime.
CTP, Chucky the Pimp, CTP.
Stop calling my uncle a pimp. Shut up.
Dwight, what was you going to say?
What is it? Purveyor of women? Is that what you?
There you go. That sounds better. At least put it. No. Make it sound good.
Got it. We got to class it up. Got you.
That's right.
Well, but here's to my point. Really, is that the problem is that we go, well, at least it's a start, and that's the problem. We always say at least it's a start, and I don't know if we're in a time where Black excellence is at its all-time high when you watch TV. So why do we accept for that to here's another thing too. I thought that the Black News Channel really has an opportunity to even showcase something like this. Why don't you guys showcase this?
Who you talking about, BT?
They're their own separate network. But all I'm just saying is that, the thing is that we tend to accept and think that it's okay. Sure, is it a start? Yes. But is it acceptable?
No.
And I think that's where the
that's
problem
what I was saying
lies.
before you so rudely told me you didn't care about it.
I love you, Dwight.
The fact that it is marked progress. I mean, we can acknowledge progress, but at the same time, to your point, Roy, I think now's the point where we got feet on necks.
Facts. And
so next year it should be on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we also got to show out. We can't, when TV shows or any sort of thing comes up, it's a ratings thing. Mm-hmm. So there has to be a point where we gotta lean in, pay attention.
Our comment just said, Kevin, he was like, we gotta watch it, but they have to let us know that it's coming on.
Facts.
You cannot put $0 in Black shows and then holler that you're gonna take it off the air when you didn't market it.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's exactly my point. How many times have we watched a show that had no business being on air and you're going like, what? And then they come back and renew the garbage. So I think we always look at it as just a start. Right. We always say it's just a start, and maybe we have to showcase ourselves this year. Well, guess what? They can still come back next year and go, you know what? We don't even want it on air.
Mm-hmm. True.
Okay. Even if we show out.
I like the idea of what they were doing. I'm disappointed in the network that they're leaving it on, and I just think that they can do better. I think that the world can do better, and I am disappointed. And I'm not going to be complacent about it. I'm going to continue to call it out. 65 commercials on Super Bowl weekend. Only 3 Black people directed the commercials. I mean, come on. We got to do better. And I think that we need to start demanding them to do better.
Absolutely.
So, speaking of the Super Bowl, LA just showed out, didn't they?
Really? Not really.
LA had the Super Bowl.
I'm hating Mo.
We just watched it for the halftime show.
What?
We just watched it for the halftime show.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
I thought it was a good game.
It was a good game.
No? You didn't like it, Brandy?
I mean, the NFL. I mean,
whatever. I just
is it because the UF player didn't catch any touchdowns? Is that where you're mad?
No.
Okay.
I thought Mokita was excited.
That's what Brandy wanted to talk about. Want to talk about the halftime show.
I see Monet out there.
You see Monet. Come on, Monet. Come on and give it to us. Wait, have you seen the memes of Monet on the ground like that?
Oh yeah.
No.
First of all, there's so many memes that came out of that Super Bowl halftime.
Yeah, there were quite a few.
Who is Monet?
Shout out to 56.
Mary J.
Or $1.25.
That's her name on Power, Pig.
That's her name on Power, Miss Markins.
Okay. I'm not the only one who doesn't watch Power. I know we have.
I don't watch it either.
Pretty sure you are.
And we don't know what y'all are talking about.
I'm pretty sure you're the only one.
Well,
y'all could just say Mary J. Lies. Did you say Mary J?
Thank you. #JustB. Thank you.
Wait,
it's your birthday.
They were body shaming.
That's right. It's my birthday.
I love it.
Hey,
is that a
know,
what is that?
It looks like a cigarette.
What is that?
I mean, given by the photo, if it is a cigarette, it can only be a Newport. That's the rule.
Oh, yeah.
Either it's a Benson and Hedges. That's
It
what
might
it
have been a
is.
Slim.
It might have been a cool.
Yeah,
It's
Virginia
either
Slim
Cools
without
or Newport. That's
the,
about
No,
it.
I'm gonna get it lighter. Hold on.
Definitely.
It was definitely better.
That is definitely a blast.
Oh Lord!
I love
Hey,
it.
Ms. Markins.
Girl, if that ain't
Hey,
Harper.
Ms.
If
Markins.
that ain't Harper, look just
Harper.
like Harper.
Ms. Markins, if that ain't a Ratchet Wednesday pick, I don't know what it is.
And look at how we turn out.
Right?
Still ratchet.
Ooh, give him the shoulder. Take it right back.
indulging in something.
Miles, some of your throwback pictures, Miles.
I love them.
I mean,
And you look
sometimes
like
I
you was
duck
in one of
because I
them
feel like a
R&B
bullet
groups
coming
from
through.
Atlanta in the '90s, Miles.
Yeah, your boy used to roll kind of
Miles
heavy and
had
hard in
gold
the streets,
across his
man.
head,
But
baggy clothes.
listen, I'm a respectable man in the community now who has a wife, a son, and 2 grandchildren, sir. So
Miles.
But every now and then, an entanglement.
Right.
He always speaks on them.
Yeah, he gonna talk about chandeliers and entanglement in the same sentence.
Right, right,
He's
right.
the entanglement commentator.
Right.
That's all. That's all.
Right.
He is.
Yeah.
Commentator.
Oh, I
Boy,
don't mean he's entangled in the entanglement. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Boy, I had BT Tasha. Before Tasha, man, I had so much fun in the streets.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Miles, I thought you were gonna say something else. Oh my God.
Change the subject.
has so
What
many-
are we talking about now?
Miles said that with such passion.
That's what we trying
Please go back to the halftime show for Miles get himself into trouble.
Yeah,
Horrible.
he's enjoying that too much. Did you see how he looked off?
Yes, he looked off
off.
to the distance.
He looked off.
He looked over to see if his wife was over there. That's what he did.
Oh, boy.
You really need to stop, Miles.
She
You
know,
really
she
need
know
to
who
stop.
I was and what I was when she met me, man. She knows
That's why she married him. too. That's why
Those
Miles
doggone
stood for life,
memes
bro.
about 50 Cent.
for
Oh, my
got
God.
down and couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Yes, with the veins popping out, the veins in his head.
I love it. I love it.
I mean, 50 looked like a dollar.
They were
He
body
did it.
changing
He
him.
did it.
Oh, let me give this.
Oh,
disclaimer.
that's what Tron posted. That's what Tron posted.
Oh, okay.
Tron said, what did something about 50? So what was the joke? What something about 50? And then they said 58.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
It was
I'm gonna give this quick disclaimer.
Rolling.
My sister-in-law, she has been known to have a few celebrity rap crushes. Most recently, it was disclaimed. It was made aware. The world was made aware of her affinity for DMX. Now, 50 Cent is not on DMX level, but he's damn close to her. She loves him too.
Oh, so you like the hood, right?
I like the hood.
You like the
Melinda like a
hood.
goon. That's what Melinda like a goon.
You like them New York goons.
Yes, I do.
You know what? That makes sense now. That's why Latifah.
I know. That's what I was
All
thinking.
makes
I'm
sense.
like, now it makes sense. Why she
Hear about a dude on Hampton's
Nah,
campus
she
from
shot
Miami
you.
up in Virginia, and she was just like, I bet he not even rolled in classes. It don't he's here for the distribution run. I got it.
Hey, Dwight. After his first year report card, he almost wasn't enrolled no more.
No, listen. That's how it went our heart when he was like, I'm trying to upgrade from a car to a plane. I'm trying to fly these things. I don't want to drive this stash no more. I want to fly this stash. She was like, ooh, you are okay.
Dwight,
Pablo Escobar.
Dwight, let me be clear with you about something. I rode in an airplane with Latif before I rode in a car with him.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, he was gangster like that. Girl, get on the plane.
Okay.
I said get on the plane.
He was like,
I want you to get it backwards. Okay.
He was like, I will be your Griselda Blanco. I see you.
We're going to do this. Let's do it.
All right, Sarah. You say that then.
That's it. You know,
She ain't been on the plane with him since.
Tony Montana had a beat up.
That's a true statement. Shut up, Roy.
She knew about that big house. She knew it was coming up. Look, now let's just talk about this. First of all, I did not know there was an undercover, and this is, I know, Basil, this is not a story for tonight, but let me just, did y'all know that there was an under market cannabis show every week here in Miami?
What?
No.
Like they have tents and they sell any kind of cannabis. Like they have the cotton candy.
Yes.
The
cannabis?
Yes.
Or
I was aware of that. Yes.
Okay. Are you saying cannabis? Or are you talking about the stuff what's the name of the other stuff, y'all, that they sell in the little stores? CD. Okay, so are we talking about cannabis or are we talking about the CBD?
I'm talking about weed. I'm talking about
weed. Talking about cannabis and
how can they do that legally? Is it legal in
Hey, Mokita, you can't be out here just out here.
My bad.
Part of the birthday celebration.
I'm sorry. I'm
just saying many of the purveyors of the cannabis happen to be melanated, so you can't be out here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Did you said melanated, Dwight?
Melanated.
I'm sorry, Senator. I'm sorry, Senator. I'm so sorry, Senator.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And speaking, let's keep the conversation going. Let's keep it going on cannabis.
Hey, Sha'Carri's back.
She's not going nowhere.
She wrote a letter to the Olympic Committee.
I think Sha'Carri has a point.
Wrong.
I do too.
Okay.
You say you think she does, or you think she doesn't?
I think she does have a point.
She has a point. 100%.
Hey.
But here's the thing. I think it's more than. I think her case was more than
early
just marijuana. It was something bigger than that.
She early there, but she late for the show.
Right. She late for the show, but she early to the party.
She was running errands for the let out. Yeah.
So wait, tell me what you said.
Let down or let out?
I don't want to talk about the let out because I can't be there. You know, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh wow.
Go ahead, Monkey.
No, I just think that she has a point.
I believe that too. Yeah,
100%.
Well, I from what I understand, it was bigger than.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Are you going there?
No, I just said I think it was more than just marijuana.
It's called race.
Sha'Carri?
It's called race. That's what it is. It's always bigger than marijuana. It's about
race.
Race.
You're saying with Sha'Carri, you think it was more than that? Oh, okay.
No, we'll talk about that.
Let me tell you what I think is ridiculous, though. What I think is ridiculous is that the girl says she thinks she got it from drinking her grandfather's water. That's what I think is ridiculous.
Oh, I thought she said she took her grandfather's medication.
No.
Which one
he
was
had
it?
taken his medication and drank some water.
Wow.
She drank water after him, and she thinks that's how it happened.
Stop it. That's just about as bad as saying take bleach for damn COVID.
Well, that's what I mean. I think that part is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well,
and people buy that stuff. That's the sad part. They believe it.
No, they don't believe it. They just accept it and move on.
Was president, so
I think they accept it and move on. They don't believe that nonsense.
Well, I guess the people that make the rules, they believed it because they let the girl go. But then she fell several times.
In place fourth.
Several times.
That's because she was high.
Oh my God.
I mean, marijuana doesn't seem like the kind of drug you want to take and then ice skate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not what you wanted, bro.
Real talk.
Just going real slow around the ring.
You will not be falling.
Listen, you be high. First of all, you wouldn't even have skates on. You'd be out there with some sneakers on. Just like, what is going on?
Why am I not moving like I normally do?
Right now.
Some white Air Force Ones just
shuffling. Just shuffling.
That is funny.
And be doing the whole routine to act like you got on some skates.
Like you got on some skates.
I'm here for that, Miss
Anthony Hamilton.
I'm here for that.
Well, the DJ is already back there. Let me tell you. And I got the door closed because I don't want y'all to hear none of the music because they are setting up back.
Can you stop talking about it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dang, Mo, can we
I'm
celebrate?
angry. I am angry about it.
Mo, turn the radio on. Just turn the radio on. You got
no,
music
it's not. Listen.
Well, Mo, you want me to put you on Zoom, Mokita, when I get over there?
Please.
Okay.
Mokita, nobody told you to stay in Atlanta.
Yeah, you can't be too angry, Mo. I mean, Jessica's birthday happens every day the same year. You knew this was going to take place. Like,
wow.
Now, Miles, as many times as I try and pull you out of all of this,
I told you how to do that.
This is what you gonna do to me. This what you gonna do to me, Miles?
You know what? You know what?
All right.
Don't punk out now, Miles. Don't punk out now.
You know, it's all good though. It's all good.
You're right. You're right, Mo. You're right. You're right.
I mean, it's like every weekend y'all doing something, and I don't really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
They are Mokita, but Mokita, they do something every weekend. I don't go because it's too much, but they do something every weekend. No, you were supposed
to say you don't go because I'm not there.
Oh, Mokita, I don't go because you're not here. That's should not be doing things every weekend.
Wow.
Okay, now what are we talking about now? What was you saying?
Well,
Anthony Hamilton.
One thing, we'll have to go back to him because one thing that Basil said that we did not talk about. Not that, Basil, not that.
Oh my God, that was
scary. Medea J. Blige.
Yeah,
I can't.
I do not see that.
Listen,
until
Tyler Perry is going to crush that until he can't get nothing else out of it. He gonna squeeze that lemon so won't nothing else come out.
I love it.
And I'm
happened to him like a few years back. Like, I'm trying to retire Medea, but he just keep want to bring her back
because that's the moneymaker.
I mean, she's iconic. She's iconic.
It's part of his personality.
The others like her.
Yeah, but
okay.
Black people do too, though, Mo.
Okay.
I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm just saying she's palatable
to
them. Like,
case in point.
That's kind of like step and fetch. You know.
What's up, Twilight?
Aisha, you in town? Let me find out you in town now. Let me find out. All you need is a negative COVID test. You get the address. That's all you need.
Neither has Spike Lee, Kevin.
All right. B. Scott said, I am in this piece and y'all will not let me go. Now, the babies are down.
She like, I don't put the babies down and I'm coming to the party.
I'm here. I'm up in this piece.
I'm coming to the party. Now.
Don't y'all let Twyla blossom in. If I can't come, she can't get
Twyla.
We love Twyla. That's that. They those are our god babies. So we gotta let her in.
I didn't say I didn't say don't love.
I'm just saying y'all in the same
don't
state.
Let in the party.
I'm just saying.
Well, I don't think she's in the same. I think she might be here.
She said I'm here. She said I'm here.
No, I'm saying you should have got on that deal.
Twyla, you got the keys to the house when you want to come, Twyla.
Hey, Twyla is a Frank C. Martin G. She was at Frank C. Martin with April and myself.
Oh, and ran track was a dog.
Yeah, she was. Absolutely.
Confirm that you got the text message, Isha. I sent it to you. And like you got on some skates. 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 I be at a party in my mind all the time.
So wait, now Anthony Hamilton.
Now I'm gonna say this. I heard in a meeting this morning that the crowd felt like, and I didn't even volunteer my opinion. I just sat there and listened because sometimes you have to just listen. He was like, and he didn't look like me. He said that the crowd liked Anthony Hamilton better than music. And I was thinking the exact opposite, meaning that Anthony Hamilton fans rode with Anthony Hamilton. Music fans rode with music because it wasn't really a battle. I mean, 9 times out of 10, all of these things have just been like a love fest on both of the artists. And then the reality of it is that music. Captain. Welcome,
the party just started till I walked in.
It's official. I won't be there now.
Get your brother. You mean all of the verses have been have been concerts. Except for Jeezy and Gucci Mane.
I said Love Fest. I said
Love Fest.
And when the guy from Bone Thugs and Harmony threw that.
That's true. But don't forget, let's not forget about Babyface too. Now
Mo, I'm not one to point this out, but where's Bone Thugs and Harmony from?
From the city where we come from. So
let me go ahead and let me send my hitters down there because
Are they from the state by the lake? Is that where they from?
I didn't be talking good about you. You can't even here represent yourself. That's how you gonna do me. Clearly, I'm not coming to the party because
Lakita, you know I don't like that. I've always said I don't like that. I'm like, how you gonna call the city a mistake?
That is wrong.
Latif, you were supposed to be picking me up for the party. What's up?
I'm working on it, man.
You're gonna make it tonight, though.
I didn't have enough gas money. I had enough gas money.
Lakita, you got a better chance of catching Uber to Florida than Latif picking you up.
Pretty much. Spirit.
Don't leave, Ma. Don't leave. I ain't gonna let him talk about us too much more. Don't leave, Ma.
I'm working on it.
Got a lot going on in Cleveland this weekend. Anyway.
We sure do. Ma, you stay in the house. Don't you go out there.
Because did you see what happened after LA won the Super Bowl?
No, what?
I did not.
There were riots.
Really?
Oh, really?
But there was
LA gonna riot now. They will riot.
A couple shootings going on prior to as well.
Kodak Black got shot.
Well, apparently
they were looting.
It was an after party. He got shot at.
Yeah,
well, no, he got shot before the game.
It was before the game.
Apparently, LA is off the chain right now with robberies and gang violence.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you caught the tweet that Ice-T issued, before the weekend actually festivities got started, he was like, "Listen, it is not a game out here.
Right.
Rappers, entertainers, be safe." You know, basically giving everybody a fair warning because it's been so off the chain lately.
They showed several stores being looted, taking advantage of I don't know what.
Rodeo Drive? No.
They were like sneaker stores.
Man. Right.
First of all, if you take five steps into on Rodeo Drive, they're gonna stop Gramblin's Finest before you can get out your car.
Exactly. Listen, they want to see a negative COVID test, your driver's license, your birth certificate. Why are you here?
Hold on now. I was out on Rodeo Drive for a hot second.
What city?
Here we go.
Rodeo Drive.
I went to the coffee shop there and I was straight. Did nobody come up on me or whatever?
Did you have on your uniform, sir?
I did not.
You sure?
I'm positive. I did have my badge though. Ready to pull it out.
As he's recalling, can you see how far his chest is out?
Right.
You gotta ask him what state was in.
Like that.
What state was in? He might not been in California. He might have been.
Because you know, rodeo and rodeo are spelled the same, so it could.
But last week he was at Kroger's in Mississippi, and this is where rodeo.
He wasn't on rodeo. He was at the rodeo.
He was at a rodeo in Homestead by the Starbucks.
He was at the rodeo with his badge. Oh my God.
Not quite the same.
What else happened this week?
Well, I don't know where this man was. He could have been on Rodeo Drive. I'm not sure. But let me tell you.
That looked like Latif in the back.
Don't even come. That is so bad. This man, the older he get, the more he look like somebody's uncle.
But the best part was that Gucci did not even respond.
Yeah.
They're like, we ain't got to respond to you.
They didn't say a word.
No.
Wait, so what was all that? What was that?
I mean, had it been like 2002, they might have said the word but Jim Jones ain't got it like that no more.
But here's the thing: Jim Jones had just spent $100,000 in the last 3 months at Gucci in the VIP section. So this ain't, for him to go there and get VIP service.
I mean, but it speaks to the point, really, Roy, like we were talking about before. I hope that entertainers start to promote and promulgate Black businesses and Black.
Well, but we're gonna. Here's the thing, Miles. I'm gonna tell you this. So somebody said the same thing, and he says y'all need to check my IG feed. I promoted the last 20 Black designers as well. So it's not like he doesn't do that. He's done that, and he'll put it up and say, "Hey, I'm adjacent to Cutler Bay, and I'm wearing Grammy's finest jersey." Right?
Listen, so he's done that. Tell the audience what we're talking about. They may not know.
Okay, so Roy, you do it because you're the one that enlightened me to the story. You go ahead.
So Jim Jones actually went to Gucci and was in the VIP section and sat there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours without getting any service. When you normally go to Gucci and you're in the VIP, they bring you water, champagne, the whole nine. You know, they shop for you, do all kinds of stuff. And so he had sat there and he's like, he had $29,000 worth of merchandise already with him. He didn't and nobody came to give him service. And he was like, what? Like, wait, how the hell am I in here? Nobody said hi. Nobody did this. I'm normally drunk when I come in there after I'm done. And he's like, y'all are racially profiling me. I want to talk to the manager.
Is he spent $100,000. That wasn't his first time spending $100,000 in Gucci. He's had a pleasant experience all of the times before. Give Gucci an opportunity to fix it. They couldn't have been being nasty to you when you spent all that money in there before.
Why would they be nasty if you're spending that money?
But that's my point. I'm saying that this is an isolated incident. If he's had a history of spending all this money in Gucci, how many times have you gone out to a store and it was bad service?
I mean, I get that. Nobody answered him when he said, "Hey, where's the manager? Why haven't I got service?" Nobody answered him either.
Right, and I'm saying that particular store, that boutique, may not have liked Black people.
Right. They may not have. Like not the whole brand.
Yeah,
don't the whole brand under the bus.
But that's here's the thing. We live in a society that if somebody does something racial to somebody or prejudice or racist, and you work for a company, guess what? They blame the whole company, just like Starbucks.
I believe.
Or they fire the employee, put out a statement, and then send him $50,000 worth of free merchandise.
They have not done any of that.
Then that might be a problem.
So Gucci is basically saying we haven't done anything wrong. We don't know what you're talking about.
We don't know what's
on top of that, you haven't heard of a white person having this type of problem with Gucci.
Well, we don't know that.
Yes, we do.
We do.
It's social media. It's the age of social media.
Listen, the second that Jim Jones asked for a manager,
is that just because Fresh Express does not give me my salad in my groceries, and I go to the company and I complain about it, that does not necessarily mean I have the opportunity to say they're doing it because I'm Black. They're doing it because they're raggedy. I don't have to shop here anymore. I have the option to do what I want to do with my money. But obviously, my history with Fresh Express has not Fresh Express. What's that delivery company? Instacart.
Okay, I was ready to say
Instacart has been greater than that one experience. So what? I was trying to spend $500 to get some groceries delivered because I wanted to have a birthday party. And the person who, Latif, stop it. I know that's right. I read those lips.
I'm sorry.
Instacart may be like, well, Susanna, you did Jessica wrong. I don't know, but I'm just saying I have the opportunity to stop shopping with them if I don't like my service.
He did too, but here's the thing. When you go to Instacart, it says Jessica Modkins. It don't say Jim Jones.
But I am gonna say this: even with Instacart, when they do wrong by me, I don't retaliate by taking the money back from the person who did the shopping. You know why? They know my address.
Yeah.
They know my address. So I'm not gonna sit here and complain about those people when you have my address. But I will go to Instacart and tell them X, Y, and Z was wrong. and that's my choice, right? Everybody has their own choice to do it. What I'm not going to
agree. But I think to your point, now here's the thing. He wants to. They might have had, it might have been a bad experience, but the problem I think with Gucci never replied. When he said send the manager, they never sent the manager. Then we asked to send me somebody else. They sent this black guy who didn't have no answers. He didn't even say anything. He kept asking for, where's a manager? Where's somebody that I can talk to about my experience? Maybe it could have been a bad experience, but at that point, when you're not sending anybody that's going to reply to you, then you come back around after you decide you're going to leave and nobody replies. You have to kind of question that.
Okay, well, don't wear Gucci. You don't wear Gucci then.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Ms. Mawkins. I had a bad experience one time at a prevalent South Florida bar.
Say it.
At the Blue Martini. I'll tell you what it was. It was
Okay.
Blue Martini.
One,
and I went and I felt like I was
downtown.
Which one?
Yeah, the one Brickell. The one in Brickell. Mm-hmm. And after that, I have not been back since.
Yeah.
Period.
Right. We don't have a choice.
I'm not gonna give you my money and you treat me any kind of way. Under no circumstances is that gonna be the case.
Right. I feel the same way about
that's not happening. I was not when I could buy that, not when I could buy all day Fusigny and bring it home, Roy. Mm-hmm. No, sir. No, sir. Under no circumstances. I am not going to be a paying consumer because I have options as a consumer.
Exactly.
I have options. So if I'm about to drop $30,000 and I feel like your customer service is subpar, and you don't even have the temerity, you don't even have the decency to come to me and say, Mr. Battle, how can we make this right? How can I placate the situation? How can I mollify the situation? Tell me what can we do to make it better?
Nullify.
And you said not one manager, not one vice president, not one customer service representative, not one district manager, not one regional manager reached out to him and said
2 hours.
I got a problem with that.
Let's see how.
That's why I stay at Marshall's where they treat everybody basic.
Hey dog. Hey, Ross is that. Burlington is that stick. Burlington is that stick, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
They treat everybody like trash.
That way it's equal. He spent over $100,000 in there before.
At Burlington, baby.
I mean, because Ms. Mawkins, you know what that says? You know what that says, Ms. Mawkins? Nigga, we don't need your money.
No, what that says is he said every time I come, I get this, I get that, I get this, I get that. They shop for me. I get champagne while I'm in here. Obviously, something was a problem that day.
You're giving them the benefit of the doubt. That's
no.
For sure.
What I'm saying is he has an option. Don't spend your money there no more.
Yeah,
something was right at one time.
I mean, at the end of the day,
correct. Absolutely correct.
You're right. You're 100%. At the end of the day, I mean, whether it's racial profiling or just a bad customer service, that's enough for me not to go back. If you get first of all,
you're not going back to Gucci. You're not going back to Gucci. Are you saying if you were Jim Jones?
I don't go to Gucci like that, so I don't have to worry about that because I know you'll go and get it for me.
Oh boy! Can we move on to the next topic?
Jessica, what does your shirt say?
Move on to the next topic.
But I'm just saying, we don't pay for bad experience. That's all.
No, we don't pay. We don't pay for a bad experience. And if we did have a bad experience, they would not be getting any of my money.
Absolutely.
But if you have a favorite store and your name is on the list as that qualified buyer, you expect a certain type of
service
in those stores. When I go to Nordstrom's and I only have a limited amount of money, but I'm doing the personal shopping thing, that should meet my needs.
Mm-hmm.
And my name is on that list.
Exactly. That's how I feel about Hungry Bear. Hungry Bear got my name on the list.
That's like you go to the list. You know what? That's like you go to Club Live and they got you on the VIP list and they still don't let you in. Nah, nigga, you just stay over here. Nah, just.
Well, what I mean, it's a lot of things though. I'm gonna say this with Gucci. Hey, Zeno, how are you? Man, have y'all checked out Zeno post? Oh my goodness, Lateef, are you following Zeno?
On Instagram, yeah.
Oh my goodness. He about as bad as Tangy. He about as bad as Tangy. That's all I'm gonna say. And I see your comments on Tangy post, some things. Okay, anyway. With Gucci, the fact is you have a sales associate. I'm telling you what I know. You text your sales associate when you are on the way there. They arrange things for you.
Yeah.
You have a relationship with that sales associate. Even if you're not in that city, that sales associate will set you up with the next boutique. Something in that, whatever happened with that situation.
The disconnect.
I don't know what happened with that situation. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
We have to be empathetic about Jim Jones. Remember, he did learn how to French kiss with his mom. So there's probably some
other
things.
Wow. That's how you feel?
That's not nice.
How you feel?
You're nasty and
wrong. He talked about that.
I know he did.
Nasty and wrong. Yuck.
But there's probably some trauma there. He doesn't like being rejected. He just doesn't want to be hurt like this.
The resident therapist came out. The resident therapist came out.
She violated all the codes right there. They're like,
she did.
Sympathy. Thank you, Jody. You see what I'm saying, right, Jody? Okay.
I am disgusted.
I'm just saying. That's what he said.
Wow.
That is
opened up and he shared that part of himself.
On that note, what's the next topic? On that note,
yeah, that is absolutely disgusting. Go ahead, Senator. Go ahead. Talk about it.
I need to hear about this.
I'm just disappointed about this. So we all know that Brian Flores.
My stomach is really hurting right now.
We know Brian Flores brought a lawsuit against the NFL because of the lack of black coaches in the NFL. So the NFL went out and found an attorney to defend their case, and they decided to bring in the former Attorney General of the United States as
you guys attorney. That's gangster. That's some gangster. That's some gangster job right
there.
That's some gangster.
Listen, I'm not mad at the NFL. That's a gangster move. I'm mad at Loretta Lynch.
So
Loretta knows better.
My take on it. I don't know if y'all remember this was a movie a while back, a long time ago, Brad Pitt and everything. They're in a group home, they got violated and stuff. And when they got older, they brought charges against some frivolous charges, and Brad Pitt was a lawyer defending them. And they were like, "Why are you defending them?" And he was like, "I didn't take this case to win. I took this case to lose." I'm praying.
I was hoping that too, T.
I'm praying, but that is taking this case to lose.
Tank it.
I question her integrity again.
But Jody, I don't think she got bills. Shoot.
Yeah, she ain't really.
What'd you say, Just B?
She said she's questioning her integrity again. If she took the case to lose, or even if she took the case to try to win, she's questioning it.
Well, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, right?
You know what? Every time I see an example of this, I see a case like this, and it reminds me of a quote from Malcolm X, and I'm paraphrasing it. He says, in a group of in Black America, there will always be a select few people that will assimilate into white culture to basically please the master. And I know I didn't quote it the way that he exactly said it, but that's pretty much the gist of the quote. And you see things like that, and it confirms and solidifies that all skin folk ain't kinfolk at the end of the day.
Right.
I mean, it really is sad though for her to if it's a true defense for the attorney. I mean, for you to take that on and not even see the validity of his statements
based on the track record of the NFL, when you talk about the concussion,
they really don't have a case at all.
Because she might just be saying, "I got to do a job. I'm not looking at
Rooney Rule.
It's a job."
Because the Rooney Rule only gives them interviews. The Rooney Rule doesn't say you got to hire them, and so they're like, "All right, bring them in. All right, what kind of offense you gonna run? What kind of defense you gonna run?
Bring them in after we hired the person."
Right.
After you done handpicked who you really
bring in they're gonna bring in 3-4 black folk and ask them frivolous questions. Well, all right, thank you. And then they'd be like, "Well, we fulfilled the Rooney Rule." And so that's why.
Let's be clear. It's the same black person over and over again. That's what. That's the point Jim Caldwell brought up. Was he's always,
right.
They'll always bring in a Jim Caldwell. They'll always bring in a Lovie Smith.
Right.
Interview them and then
always bring in the Eric Bieniemy.
They won't even interview Eric Bieniemy. That's the messed up part about it is.
No, they just started Bieniemy recently, and they haven't done Leftwich at all.
Right.
No, I heard something that was very interesting. And I was watching I Am Athlete, and they said, why doesn't a guy like a Tom Brady, who's at the peak of his career, who's just leaving the NFL, why doesn't a guy like Tom Brady, and not that it's his job, but why doesn't he go, hey, NFL team, I just worked with Byron Leftwich for the last 2 years. This guy should be a head coach.
You know why? Because Martin Luther King said it best.
Oh.
It's not going to be the atrocities of our enemies that take us down. It's going to be our allies.
Silence. The silence of our friends.
That's going to take us down.
That was good.
It was. Captain.
Dang, Hampton.
Captain.
Look, you see how he went back and he went like this.
Say it with your chest.
Let's see if I can with you running.
Oh my goodness!
But that particular statement permeates our society through and through. We see it every single day. And here's the thing. They played this old news clip with Peter Jennings, and this was back in I saw that. It was right after Martin Luther King was killed. And he was interviewing white people, and he was asking them, so what do you think about Martin Luther King? I think it's a tragedy. Well, what do you think about what he stood for? I mean, do you think that the African Americans should be downtrodden and stuff? Oh, no. So what are you going to do about it? Oh, I try and help him out every chance I get. Every last one of these white folks said this. And ain't nothing happened because it was just for the camera.
Right. Well, let me just say this. I know some good white folk just as well as good black folk. Give me a list. I know some bad black folk just as much as I know some good black folk.
Give me a list, Roy.
That's what you know. And I got some family members I can't stand. Okay, I'm just saying.
As it pertains to the NFL situation, for me, big bro, I put more of an onus on the commissioner and the powers that be to fix the problem more than I would be on the Tom Brady's and Aaron Rodgers of the world. I really would. Me personally, because I think that at the end of the day, they're the ones that sit in a real position of power to affect change.
You're right.
They do.
You're absolutely right.
Like Tom Brady can advocate for a player as he did for Antonio Brown, or they can advocate for maybe a certain coach, but they can't advocate for an entire racist system. So they can't do that.
So what you're minimizing the power in which they have. So the owners and the commissioner, the owners pay the commissioner. So the commissioner's going to do whatever the owners want him to do. The owners run the game.
Right.
But there can't be a game if ain't no players out there playing. And I'm talking about the good players.
But you're also talking about solidarity. That's the thing, right?
And that's the key.
And that's really what it is.
That's the key. The key is solidarity. Tom Brady ain't gonna get out there and speak up for nobody to be no head coach or GM and all that crap. He ain't gonna do that.
No. He would never. And I'm not gonna say he would never. I'm just gonna say I think it would fall on deaf ears. But I do believe that Roger Goodell, DeMaurice Smith, and the powers that be, they have more power to affect change. And then more importantly, in conjunction with the players union, as we spoke about previously, the whole solidarity issue, that's been an issue in the NFL since day one.
But the people with power have to have a desire to want to change.
And that's,
I think they do. I think they do. I think they do. Let me say this. Let me make this point. Let me make this point.
This is not new.
I think they do. The issue.
Based on what?
Well, because I mean, a lot of times they talk a good game, but I think the issue has always been, are they really willing to sacrifice? They haven't found a happy medium between sacrificing their livelihood for the greater good.
Livelihood?
Well, I mean, but they play. That's what feeds their family.
Yeah, but Lenny's talking about the owners.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the owner. I was talking about the players. I was talking about the players. I wasn't talking about
Linda was saying
that. People that have the power don't have a desire.
I'm talking about the players. When I talk about the players,
owners.
Yeah.
They don't have a desire to change. Because
100%. Yeah.
But here's the thing. If back to what Miles said, if you don't have players, you don't have a game, right? But what I do know that, as I believe that if we were talking about the 60s and the NFL players versus the players now, I don't think when stuff went down, I don't think the game would have been played. They were talking about how there was a strike a couple years ago, and then when the strike started happening, some of the players weren't getting paid, right? So the players started cracking.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I think that's. I mean, it's just like the NBA. When the NBA took their T-shirts off and put their little T-shirts off and little cutie stuff, I said, man, you don't play a game and you watch how it affects viewership, cable, money. That's when you really start changing the game. You got to be willing to not play.
But it's also a different configuration, though, Roy. With the NBA, their bargaining has the ability to get an owner removed. Unlike the NFL, where the leverage,
I don't want to say unlike the NFL, right? Because
I'm saying the NFL doesn't use the same leverage.
I understand that
the NBA Players Association does.
Well, what I'm saying to you though is, I think whether it's the NBA or the NFL, if you decide collectively not to play a game, it affects their bottom line. Period. I think that's what has to happen.
But it goes back to when that brother from Florida State was getting drafted, who's now the brain surgeon. The NFL knows exactly who they who they want in terms of players. They get players that are docile. They're looking for players that are going to be non-confrontational.
Oh wow!
Along with being athletic. So basically, they want the person who comes from the hard luck story, who comes from the hood, whose sole purpose is to need the NFL.
Right.
That is the kind of player that they are conditioned to draft.
That's a pipeline too.
That is the 400 players that they look at.
Mm-hmm.
The players that are controversial, the players that speak out in college and players like that, they barely ever get. In the case of Myron Rolle was an All-American his junior year at Florida State.
That's right.
When he said that I'm trying to decide between how long I want to play in the NFL, that was the very second that the NFL said, "Ooh, you don't need us like that. You out here trying to be a whole brain surgeon.
You think too much."
All of a sudden, he goes from a All-American as a junior to a 6th, 7th round draft pick his senior year.
You're right, Dwight. I never thought about it like that. You know who else does things like that? I'm sorry to switch the topic, but that is Chick-fil-A. You have to take a psychological evaluation before you can become a franchisee, and you have to be made a certain type of way to be able to own a franchise. And I do believe with what you're saying, never thought about putting that into context with the NFL and the players. That makes perfect sense. I'm so sorry. We are out of time tonight. No, Kanye, we do not have time to talk about you.
Good.
Nor should we.
Jesus.
Watch the documentary. Watch the documentary on Netflix.
Yes, we will talk about you next week.
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
We're out, Pig.